How to attract money like a magnet. Habibi, today I've got a very juicy video for you. If you have the attention span for this, you're gonna love it. I want to show you guys something that I've done throughout all my life. The times when I don't do this, this is what happens. This right here. So this was like my bank account from way back then. If you actually see it, it says right here, October 18th, 2019. I was getting those NSF return fees and all that. Shaking my head, PayPal, taking money from me all the time. So this was way back in 2019. As soon as I learned the things I'm going to be teaching you in this video, like it's not like I went like this. It literally it went from like this to this, just like that. Now this doesn't mean that this basically can happen to you overnight. This won't happen to you overnight, but it's just when you actually understand what I'm going to be teaching you right now, you'll almost like unlock something in your mind, something in your soul, where a lot of money is going to start coming to you, where you will be able, inshallah, to attract money easily. But the very first thing I need to explain to a lot of you guys, for those of you who are religious and not religious, because I know both sides are watching my channel for some reason, but the very first thing you have to understand is that the devil, the devil, it promises you poverty. Devil promises you poverty. But what about Allah? Allah, which is God, right? So the creator, Allah, promises you abundance. Now, this is something that for some reason, I don't know why, bro, most people don't even realize that. Most people don't, especially the ones that are super religious, they think that, nah, bro, I'm supposed to be living in poverty because if I live with a lot of money, I won't be able to enter heaven. If I live with a big bank account, that means Allah won't like me. So the fact that I have a lot of money, it's basically a test from Allah to see if I'm good or not. Habibi, let me just show you something, okay? So look at this. Shaitan promises you poverty. I'll give you the proof straight from the Quran. Let me just look at the images. I've always, every time I'm like, I want to show you something, I just show it to you through images because, I mean, images are the best, right? It's images, Google Image is actually the best place to go and learn whatever you want to learn. So here's the thing. Satan threatens you with poverty and orders you to immorality, while Allah promises you forgiveness and bounty. Now, here's the thing, okay? In Arabic, it says, الشيطان يعدكم الفقر. And then it says, Allah يعدكم مغفرة. What that means, bro, is that shaitan doesn't threaten you. Like, they use the same word here, but then they translate it differently. It's not threaten you. Shaitan's not going to threaten you with poverty. Shaitan promises you poverty. So if you follow the path of the shaitan, you're promised poverty. This is straight from the Quran. But then it says Allah promises you forgiveness and bounty. You know what bounty means? Like the word in Arabic here, what it means? It means that if I have one house, Allah will give you another house. If you have a car, Allah will give you another car. If you have something, Allah will give you something that more than what you need. It basically means Allah will give you more than what you need. Now this is in the heaven, like in the afterlife, but also in this life. You guys think that in this life you're supposed to be living in poverty. But listen, if you're gonna be living in poverty, what are you doing, bro? You're basically fulfilling the promise of the shaitan. So any idea that leads you to living in poverty is not an idea that's coming from Allah. It's coming straight from the shaitan. Bro, it's in the book by itself. So those of you who are religious and then you think that you're supposed to be living like empty house. I'm supposed to have nothing that is beautiful, luxury. No, no, no. I don't care about luxury. I'm supposed to be living in below my means. Those of you who are thinking that, the devil is so good at making religious ideas seem good. Like that's how shaitan comes to you. It uses religious ideas to get to you. It's not gonna come to you and be like, oh, go do some horrible sin. It's not gonna do that. It's gonna come to you in the form of a religion and then tell you, oh, you're supposed to be like this and supposed to be like this. When Allah Himself is telling you, Habibi, shaitan promises you poverty. Like you understand. So if you're always like every month, you just feel tight, you can't pay the bills, you don't have enough money and all that stuff, that's poverty. That's coming straight from the shaitan. And the sooner that you realize that, the sooner that you're going to be waking up. I don't care how old you are, bro. I literally don't care how old you are. You could be anything, 40, 50, 60, 20. The sooner that you realize this, the better. So realize it right now. So when I'm telling you how to attract money like a magnet, the very first step is to understand that Allah wants that for you. Allah literally wants you to have abundance. Allah doesn't want you to be living in poverty. So this is the very first thing. But now, okay, listen. I told you that the devil, it promises you poverty. So how is the devil going to come and promise you the poverty? Well, it's whenever you follow the footsteps of the devil. Now, listen, I told you, this can come in the form of ideas, like even religious ideas. So, those beliefs that you have, this is why I always say, bro, I always say, be nothing. I'm always like, be nothing. Any idea that you have in your mind, get rid of it. Even the religious ones, bro. Even the religious ones. So if you believe that a good Muslim is someone who lives below their means, is someone who doesn't have a lot of money, is someone who's humble, like people can just step on them and all that. If you believe that that's the case, get rid of all that stuff. Don't have any beliefs. The best belief is no belief. Because when you start having no beliefs at all, that's when the true reality comes out. And the true reality, bro, doesn't matter which world you're living in. The true reality is La ilaha illa Allah. And by the way, listen, I'll be telling you exactly how to attract a magnet. But if a doctor comes to you, it's not going to give you the pill immediately. It's going to be basically like putting a bandage over the wound and then giving you a pill. So right now I'm putting a bandage over the wound and then I'll give you the pill. So this is the only truth. This is what I'm saying. Have no thoughts. Be nothing. Don't be thinking anything, bro. If you sit throughout the day thinking nothing, that's better for you than sitting throughout the day and having a bunch of thoughts in your mind. Way better for you, because most of you don't even know how to think, bro. Just so you know, most of you guys don't even know how to think. You guys think that if you're overthinking, that's thinking. That's not the thinking that's good. There is a different type of thinking where you do it in a positive sense. But overthinking and constantly stressing and doing like just having all those beliefs is wrong. That's not right. It's better for you to have no thoughts. So that's the first thing, bro. Ideas. But then the second thing is just any of the sins that like shaitan makes you go through. But when I say sins, I'm not talking about like you drinking alcohol, you doing zina and all this stuff. I know a lot of you guys don't do that, right? So obviously alcohol, right? Like no one does. I mean, I'm hoping none of you guys actually do alcohol. But for example, let me just show you something about alcohol real quick. Alcohol in Arabic meaning. You do realize the name. There's khamar, but there's also kuhul. Like that's where the name alcohol came from al-kuhul. So you understand that al-kuhul is basically something that as soon as you drink, it lowers your vibration and it makes you susceptible to having like devils leeching onto you. This is why people that get drunk immediately like they start doing things that even they don't comprehend. Like they, as soon as they're done being drunk, they're like, wait, I did that? I didn't do that, because it's not them that did that. It's basically the devil's coming to them and making them do such things. So I'm pretty sure all of you guys are not even drinking alcohol. But for those of you who are drinking alcohol, well, there you go, bro. I think you got to stop that from right now. But that's the first thing. And then for those of you who are doing zina and all this stuff, I can go over the explanation on why zina is bad, but just understand it's bad. That's the first thing. If you want, I'll make a whole separate video. But when I say sins, bro, I'm not just talking about like those big sins. I'm talking about the sins that in Arabic we call dhanb. Dhanb. Now, dhanb in Arabic, if I just give you the meaning, dhanb, no, it's not this guy, bro. It's not this guy. So it's not going to show you. But basically, the word dhanb in Arabic, it means a tail. Like linguistically, literally, it means a tail. So Allah tells you that dhanb is another word for sin, but it's like a smaller type of sin. It's a tail, if you want to think about it linguistically. But why is it a tail? What happens if you have a tail right now? Not only like the devil's gonna be able to pull you easier, but like you'll be walking around and then people will know it's like that person, they've done a certain sin. Like for example, people that watch porn. Bro, I can tell if someone watches porn just from looking at them. And for example, if someone like backbites, you can tell if that person backbites just by looking at them. So any of these sins, you can tell if they do it. If someone who's scrolling through the entire day, you can tell if that person is scrolling the entire day or not. So this is what a dhanb is, and this is a footstep of the devil. These are the easy sins that all of you guys think it's okay to do. So for example, like listening to rap music. The rap music nowadays, bro, like, let me show you a picture, bro. Satanic, no, what is it? Celebrities worshipping devil. Every single celebrity is worshipping the devil. Look at all these chodes right here. Who? This person? Who even is this person? All these people, bro. All these. Doesn't matter who it is. All these people are all worshipping the devil, man. Doesn't matter who it is. All of them are doing it. So this is not even like some type of conspiracy that people come and tell you. It's like, oh, these people are worshipping the devil. Nah, bro, they actually are worshipping the devil. So these people don't even listen to any of their songs because, again, if we just said that when you drink alcohol, it puts you in a low vibration, then devils can come and leech onto you. Same thing here. If you're listening to the stupid music, the struggle rap, the rap in general, Taylor Swift, all these people, if you're listening to them, they're gonna put you in a low vibration. And then you'll notice when you start doing these things, you'll have a bigger tail, a longer tail, and then you like when you have a tail, bro, devil's gonna come and pull you easily, easily. So this is the thing. These are the footsteps of the devil. It's going to come in the form of ideas, but also in the form of those little sins that all of you guys think it's okay to do. It's not okay to do. So anything, bro, anything that puts you in a low vibration is a dhanb. Anything that puts you in a low vibration is a dhanb. So what does that mean? I already showed you, right? So what was the chart? It was the emotional chart from David Hawkins. Isn't it so funny? I actually have all the ideas in my brain. Ideas. But anyway, so look, so this chart, like you guys should know this by heart by now. So look at this, right? So these are the negative emotions. So if you ever do something and then that makes you feel hate, jealousy, or like grief or fear, or it makes you like feeling shame or guilt, if you do anything and it makes you feel such things, understand that what you just did is something that is called a dhanb, something that is a sin. It's basically a sin. So anytime you do such stuff, you're basically following the footsteps of shaitan. And by the way, when I'm telling you that shaitan promises you poverty, it's because shaitan wants you to hang around right here. That's where shaitan wants you to hang out in. Because if you're hanging out here, then what are you doing? You're basically feeling hate. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling unworthiness. You're feeling all these emotions, but it's coming from shaitan. So then how are you supposed to fix it? Well, I told you, bro. The way you fix it, and you hold on. You know what? A lot of you guys have been saying, I've been repeating the same thing over and over again. You understand when the prophets of Allah, when they all came, do you think they were every day they were having like a new message? They weren't coming every day with a new message. They're like, what's the thing that's trendy nowadays? No, bro. They give you the same exact message that there is nothing worthy of your attention except Allah. That's the only thing. The only thing, bro. By the way, let me just show you something, okay? I want to show you something real quick. Just because a lot of you guys, like sometimes, I mean, I don't know how to show you this because I'm pretty sure some Muslims are going to be like, what? Look, why are you showing us this exact thing? So the other day I was just scrolling, right? And then I saw this page. So this guy's name is Paramahansa Yogananda. This is a guy from India, right? And people like his books and all that stuff. But sometimes, bro, sometimes the wisdom is actually like those beings. I don't care what religion they are, bro. The things that sometimes they say, I'm like, how are Muslims, the ones that have the book, they don't say such stuff? You guys, we're supposed to be the ones that have such things. But then you see it happening to other people. And by the way, this is just more proof that Allah has sent prophets to every nation. Just so you know, Allah has sent prophets to every nation. So you'll see a lot of some of the religions, all of them, they actually have some similarities. But it's just when the human mind comes, it's going to make everything bad. And that's what sadly is happening to even Islam right now. People are putting their minds into it. So it's like even the religion is becoming more on the outer and less on the inner. So then understand that there is prophets, 250,000 prophets on every nation, but not all of them are mentioned in the Quran. So even when you see some messages on different religions that talk about Tawheed, that talk about how Allah is the only one, those are the correct messages. So, for example, this one, there can't be any excuse for not thinking of God. Day and night, rolling in the background of your mind is just Allah, Allah, Allah. I mean, bro, the way even your heart beats, it's like Allah, Allah. Even your heart is constantly doing dhikr. So why is your mind not doing dhikr? So whether you're washing dishes, digging a dish, working in an office, whatever you may be doing, inwardly, always say Allah. It's always Allah. And then the more you keep doing this, the more that this ayah becomes true. This ayah right here. Wherever you look, you see Allah's face. And to Allah belongs the east and the west. So wherever you might turn, there is the face of Allah. Indeed, Allah is all encompassing, all knowing. Understand, bro, like Allah, like the creator, is not just like the message of the creator is not just in one place. It's not just it's in everywhere, bro. Everywhere. So everywhere you look, there's a sign of Allah. So listen, I'm telling you this whole video how to attract money. I'll get to it. But this is super important. This is extremely important. So many of you guys have strayed away from this message. This is the only message that you need. So when I'm repeating every video, I'm like, be nothing, be nothing. This is what I mean. Because when you become nothing, when you become nothing, the truth comes out. The truth automatically comes out. You look at everywhere, and the truth is within everything. The truth is within everything. And the truth is that there is nothing that's worthy of your attention except Allah. There's like Allah is the only thing there is, the only being there is, the only one there is. So then the more you keep this message in your mind, the more what I'm going to be telling you later on how to attract money like a magnet is going to become so easy. So this is the thing, like, and why did I have to go and then like see this message from someone else who doesn't even claim to be Muslim? It's because you guys are ignoring this message. The same Muslims are ignoring the message that there is La ilaha illallah, which is actually so sad, bro. La ilaha illallah doesn't just mean like, oh, like I'm bowing my head only to Allah. That's not just what it means. It means in every moment, where am I putting my attention? If something is taking your mind every moment and you're constantly thinking of something else other than Allah, that means you're actually doing shirk. So all of you guys that are telling me I'm doing shirk because I'm talking about manifestation or law of attraction, all that stuff, or meditation, all that stupid stuff, you guys are saying I'm the one who's doing it. When the same people are telling me I'm doing it, you guys are like, you're not even thinking, you're not even paying attention to Allah in every moment. If you're not paying attention to Allah in every moment, that's how you follow the footsteps of shaitan. Because that's where you start getting devilish ideas. Ideas disguised in religion, but they're all foolish, bro. They're all false. All of them are false. This is the only truth there is. The only truth. And then Muhammad ﷺ came to like solidify this truth. Solidify the truth. So anyway, so once you actually understand this, this is the very first step. The very first step is just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Don't follow the footsteps of shaitan. But anyway, so this is the first idea. Then the second idea is to realize there is abundance every moment. So understand this, right? If I'm saying La ilaha illallah, what does that also imply? I mean, let's actually look at it. Allah's 99 names. Because you guys are going to be like, who is Allah? Well, let me show you, bro. So one of Allah's names, my computer, bro, my computer is so slow. So one of Allah's names is that He is Al-Ghani. Al-Ghani. Does it say that here? No, I'm gonna have to look for a better picture. But understand, one of Allah's names is Al-Ghani. Al-Ghani means that the one who is independent of everything, does not need anything. So if La ilaha illallah is true, it means that the truth is that there is Al-Ghani. There's also the one who gives money easily, the one who gives abundance easily. So if that's true, then this is also true. This is also true. If this is not true, that means La ilaha illallah is not true, just so you know. But this is true. This cannot be untrue. Because as soon as you go beyond the mind, you'll realize, even you'll actually get to know it, that this is the only reality. But then if that's the only reality, then this is also the only reality. This is what follows after this. Because Allah Himself is abundance. Allah Himself is like, He gives abundance, and He Himself is unlimited, infinite. So then this is also the reality. So then if this is the reality, how come you're broke? Let that sink in for a bit, bro. If this is the only reality, how come you're broke? You're broke because of this, bro. You're following the footsteps of shaitan. There is no other explanation. Allah told you, the devil promises you poverty, and Allah Himself promises you abundance. So you guys are not following Allah. You're following more of the devil. And I know I might get a lot of hate for this, bro. I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but this is something that, like, you guys actually need to understand. So this is the first thing. So even I remember Andrew Tate, because by the way, even the people that are not religious, like somehow they come to know this, and that's as soon as you know this, like just this law alone, which is the law of abundance, as soon as you get to know this, you become rich. So this is what I'm saying. Like this is how you attract money, like a magnet. So even Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate. By the way, the reason why I'm talking about Andrew Tate because a lot of you guys know he's like super rich, right? So Andrew Tate, what was the Iron Mind, right? He basically had a course called Iron Mind, this course. He used to sell it back in the day for like $300, or I think $500. And the whole course is just like a few videos, that's it. I went through this course back in the day, and then it changed my life because I'm like, well, what the heck? What the heck? Hold on a minute. But the more I started, like the more I grew older, the more I realized this is all that course was talking about. Especially the first video, the course was just talking about this, and that's it. He basically came and he was telling you in this moment, right? There is another, listen, another version of you that's infinitely more rich, beautiful, ripped, handsome, all that stuff. All that stuff. So there's in this moment, there's another version of you right now that has whatever, all the cars that you want, $1 billion bank account, all all the houses that you want, all of that stuff. He's telling you at every moment, you have to realize that there is this person that's actually living. And you, by the way, this is even proven in quantum physics. This is proven. But he's telling you, imagine that this person is your villain. So every day you're living, always be thinking about this person. That there's another Muhammad version who has like 1 billion subscribers on YouTube. I only have 280 something or 70 something. I don't even know. But there's another version that has way more subscribers, way more money, way better setup, way better videos, way better editing and all that stuff. He's telling you that person exists. So then when he's telling you he exists, the way he was saying is that then understand you're always at war and you always have to beat this enemy. But here's the thing. The reason why this idea works is because it's based on truth. This idea works because it puts in your mind that there is actually another version of you right now that's infinitely 100 times more rich, more handsome, more of this, more blah blah blah. So then when you're constantly thinking of this, automatically it puts you in abundance mode. Automatically you'll just be in abundance mode. So you'll always be thinking in abundance. So that the reason why it works is because it's based on truth. And then through this, you'll be able to attract money like a magnet. It's a shift, bro. It's literally a shift. So then here's the thing, right? And by the way, when you start knowing this, this is when you'll realize everything is like easy. It's easy. How is it not easy? Because my other version has already achieved everything. So how is it not easy? There's a reason why he achieved it, because it's easy. And then everything is like abundant, easy, simple. I can do anything. It'll put you in that state. So I'm coming here and I'm telling you, La ilaha illallah is the only reality. And because that's the only reality, then understand that at every moment there is abundance. So if you're ever thinking of lack and poverty, you're not living in truth. That's the first thing. And then how are you supposed to fix that? Understand you're not living in truth. And then once you understand that, and you understand that Allah is the only being there is, then you'll automatically be put back to truth. That's the only affirmation that you need, by the way. A lot of you guys are thinking, I'm like, what robotic affirmation am I supposed to do? What affirmation am I supposed to be doing in the morning and all that stuff? It's just this. La ilaha illallah. There is nothing worthy of my attention. There is no being except Allah. That's the only reality. And then through this, bro, through this, I mean, this is coming from Andrew Tate himself. The moment I started doing this, I noticed like it became way easier. By the way, it became way easier not to just have more money, but also to like actually become healthier, more jacked, eats better. It'll just put you in a state of mind where you only want to do the best. But it's so funny because, again, bro, the only reason why it works is because it's based on truth. But then through this, then you'll be able to attract money like a magnet. But then here's the thing, right? Another reality about La ilaha illa Allah is that if there is nothing except Allah, then that means there's nothing except love. There is nothing except love. Why? Because one of Allah's names is Al-Wadud. Al-Wadud. So if that's one of Allah's names, which is the most loving, but also it's not even just that. Allah is Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman. So if these two names are true, which they are, then that means there's nothing but love, bro. There's nothing but like mercy. There's nothing but that. So then whenever you're in an opposite emotion or opposite feeling, then you're not in the truth. You're basically living in falsehood. You're following the footsteps of the devil. So when you're thinking of this, this is when you'll constantly be living through this, which is love. As this doesn't by the way, listen, this doesn't even, because the moment I realized this, I'm like, love, bro. I want to see some like some tough things, like masculine things, not love. But this is the reality. I mean, I don't know what other reality, bro. This is the only reality. Once you experience this, you'll know that this is the only reality. And I even showed you the whole chart, right? Love is at the top, enlightenment and peace is at the top. When you're constantly living from this, and you'll be able to be living from this if you're constantly aware of Allah, putting all your attention on Allah. That's all you need, bro. But then when you're constantly living through this, your work, right? Your work is all going to be filled with love. The videos that you'll make, if you make videos, they're all going to be filled with love. Like these videos that I'm making for you right now, bro, they're filled with love. And I'm hoping that you guys are even noticing this. But like, for example, you create a product, right? You make a product, and this product will be filled with love to the point that people will notice it. And then if you're working from a state of love, and you know who you're making the product for, that's how you make money, bro. That's how you make money. Like if even if you're trying to do like YouTube automation, you're trying to do, I don't know, drop shipping, digital products, anything. If you're doing it from a state of love, you'll notice everything that you touch is going to be perfect because you're doing it from a state of truth. Of truth is based on la ilaha illallah, bro. Like this is so beautiful. As soon as I noticed this, even when I would be writing my copy, right? Because I teach people you gotta be a good copywriter, and then when you're a good copywriter, you'll be able to persuade people better. I'm like, if you want to know an actual shortcut, is just be in a state of love to the point that when you're writing, I teach people you gotta have a person in mind that you're writing for. When you're writing and you have that person in mind that you're writing for, but you're doing it from a state of love, you'll notice the words are gonna be coming out perfectly. You don't need any more editing. You don't like you'll just write and the words are gonna come out perfectly. Even the videos that you make, you'll be able to make videos with no script. Like you know what you want to talk about, but it'll have no script because you're doing it from a state of love. This is the beauty, bro. This is the beauty. Like even right now, I'm like understanding. You know what's so funny? The more I'm even making these videos, the more I'm understanding this stuff even more. But this is la ilaha illallah. Bro, I just explained to you how to attract money like a magnet through La ilaha illallah. Go into whatever business you want now. Whatever business you want. You'll notice it's gonna work. How? Well, first of all, I told you if I was a doctor and I would be looking at you, I'm gonna first of all fix the wound. So if you stop following the footsteps of the devil, because the devil promises you poverty, and then you realize the truth, La ilaha illallah. And because based on that truth, there is abundance in every moment. And based on that truth, by the way, there is love everywhere. By the way, when I say there's abundance in every moment, some of you guys are gonna come to me and be like, "What? How am I living in lack at the moment?" Again, bro, you're not living in lack. You're just living in an abundance of lack. There's always abundance. If you're having no money, no, you're having an abundance of no money. You're having an abundance of debt. If you're doing no work, you're having an abundance of laziness. There's always abundance. And then this abundance is when you put your attention only on Allah. So when you're constantly just living every moment and you're only keeping your attention on Allah, that's when you'll be back in the state of La ilaha illallah. And then through this state, when I say automatically that you'll reach a state of love and abundance, I truly mean automatically. But bro, there's no proof that I can just give it to you right now that, oh, like you do this, and then automatically you'll be in a state of love or abundance. It's just an experience. It's an experience. This is what it means to go from, so most of you guys are stuck in belief, right? Belief, like have faith, have faith. This is where you go from having belief to now having, what is it? Conviction. Conviction, which is like it's a form of knowing. Now you'll know. You'll know. 'Cause how do you know? Because you've experienced it. Imagine you have a favorite movie, right? You you have like a favorite movie and you tell everybody about that movie. You're like, this movie is the best. It's the best thing there is, but you've never seen the movie. Isn't that so silly? But this is what most people are doing in Islam. They're like, bro, the Quran is the best. This religion is the best. Allah is the best. But have you actually experienced Allah? No, bro, I don't know. I don't even know what you mean by that. This is what it means, bro. You got to come out from belief to conviction. So you got to come out from iman to yaqeen. Yaqeen, bro. Like iman is good. Belief is still good, but it's like level one, bro. Like it's still like beginner stuff. You got to come out of that and go through yaqeen. And then through yaqeen, this is where, when like usually you guys have like high faith, low faith. This is when it's like that's it. It's like you know it. And how do you know it? When you experience it. This is when you're just like, bro, you're telling me there is no God. What the heck? I've experienced it. You're gonna tell me there's no God, and the way you experience this, as silly or as simple as it sounds, is just keeping this in your mind. Just keeping it in your mind. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. But this is so beautiful, man. Like this stuff is so beautiful. Like this stuff is so simple. You guys are thinking that you need some hard stuff. You gotta go through this and go through that and go through this. Nah, bro, you just need this and that's it. Stop thinking you need so much stuff. By the way, I'm saying you don't need much stuff. You actually don't. Honestly, you really don't even need that much stuff. I made this course, right? Do you need the course? No, bro. Like literally, this whole video alone is enough. But if you want something where you want to, like, first of all, support the channel, that's the first thing, but also have more videos of me speaking to you about the beauty of this. This is a course that I made from a state of love, literally from a state of love. So the people, I've had a few people actually reach out to me. They're like, the information here is gold, is gold. And then some guy was like, as soon as for week number one, right? He went through week number one, and he told me he was sitting in an Uber, and then somehow the guy told him about something, and then he went and did that thing, and he found a job. He's like, what are the chances? Like, I mean, it's like I just kept the stuff in my mind, and all of a sudden things started happening by themselves. And that's the beauty of it. That's literally the beauty of it. So in the link in the description right now, just go on, click that link, watch this video, watch all of it. You need to be watching all of it, bro. Don't just be like, oh, let me just go get the course. Watch the video first, and then you'll know if it's for you or not. Because if it's not for you, there's no need. But this, I mean, I'm proud of this course, bro. Honestly, I'm just, I'm so proud. But this is how you attract money like a magnet. It's easy. It's not that hard. Actually, it's effortless. That's why the course is called Effortless Risk. But I'm hoping this video is helpful. If it was, man, just let me know.